Edmund Burke said, "The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing." In the quiet town of Meadow Grove, Colorado, evil knocks on the door of the local veteran center, expecting an easy victory. But they didn't count on Victoria Vic Harris, a disabled veteran with a secret past and an unbreakable spirit. As Vic and her team of loyal veterans unravel a criminal empire spanning 5 states, they expose a dark web of corruption and human trafficking. With the odds stacked against them, Vic and her allies fight back, determined to bring justice and redemption to their town. What if the heroes we need are not the ones we expect? Can a group of veterans, marked by their past, become the beacon of hope their community needs? Discover the true meaning of justice and the power of redemption. And ask yourself, what would you do if evil came knocking on your door? First, there's Victoria Vic Harris, the fearless leader of the Veteran Center. Vic is a disabled veteran, but don't let her wheelchair fool you. She's one of the most lethal Delta Force operators in U.S. military history. Vic's determination and strategic mind make her a formidable opponent against any foe. Her journey is not just about stopping the criminals, but also about finding redemption and healing from her past. By Vic's side is Sergeant Major Mike Thompson, a former Navy corpsman. Mike is Vic's right-hand man, always ready to provide medical support and a steady hand in the heat of battle. His calm demeanor and unwavering loyalty make him an invaluable member of the team. Together, Vic and Mike form an unstoppable duo, using their military training and experience to protect their town and bring justice to those who deserve it. As Vic and Mike delve deeper into the criminal underworld, they cross paths with Anna Rodriguez, a young trafficking victim. Anna's brave spirit and resilience inspire Vic and her team to fight even harder against the evil forces that threaten their community. Anna's journey from victim to survivor is a testament to the power of hope and the unbreakable human spirit. In the quiet town of Meadow Grove, Colorado, a woman in a wheelchair runs the local veteran center. She helps others like her who have served their country. One day, a group of tough bikers from the Iron Storm Motorcycle Club come to town. They think the Veteran Center is an easy target. They want to cause trouble and take what they want. But they do not know who they are messing with. The woman's name is Victoria, but everyone calls her Vic. Vic is not just any disabled veteran. She was one of the best soldiers in the U.S. military. She was part of a special group called Delta Force. Vic knows how to fight and protect herself, even in a wheelchair. The bikers threaten Vic and the Veteran Center. They want to scare her and take control. But Vic is not scared. She is ready to fight back. The bikers do not know what they're getting into. Their actions start a chain of events that reveal a big criminal secret. This secret involves bad things happening in 5 different states. It also uncovers a terrible operation where people are being hurt and forced to do things against their will. As Vic fights back against the bikers, she starts to unravel this dark web. Vic's fight against the Iron Storm Motorcycle Club leads to unexpected places. She finds out more about the criminal empire and the people involved. Along the way, she meets others who have been hurt by these bad people. Together, they work to bring justice and stop the evil deeds. In the end, Vic's journey is not just about stopping the criminals. It is also about finding redemption. Redemption means finding a way to make things right after something bad has happened. Vic's story shows that even in the darkest times, there is always a chance for hope and healing. The morning frost clings to the sidewalks of Meadowgrove as Victoria Harris guides her wheelchair along Main Street. Local residents offer familiar waves, unaware of the storm brewing. At the Veteran Center, Vic and Sergeant Major Mike Thompson, a former Navy corpsman, discuss the recent appearances of the Iron Storm Motorcycle Club. They've been pushing into towns, corrupting local law enforcement, and now they're targeting the Veteran Center. Vic and Mike watch as 6 motorcycles roar into view, led by Viper, a tall man with a military bearing. They park in a practiced formation, blocking the street. Viper and his crew enter Lee's diner, where Maria Lee, the owner, is forced to serve them. Vic observes from the Veteran Center, noting details about the bikers. When Viper and 2 others enter the diner, Hammer and Blade approach the Veteran Center, kicking Vic's wheelchair and demanding protection money. Vic refuses, and the bikers leave, but not before threatening the center. Through the windows, Vic watches Viper holding court in the diner, his predatory gaze measuring responses. She realizes they are not just thugs, they are testing the town's defenses, looking for weak points. This is just the beginning. Vic decides to take action. She starts by gathering information. She talks to people in town who have seen the bikers. She learns that the bikers have been causing trouble in other towns too. They have been hurting people and taking things that do not belong to them. Vic knows she needs to stop them before they hurt more people. Mike helps Vic by keeping an eye on the bikers. He watches them from a distance and reports back to Vic. Together, they start to piece together the bikers' plans. They find out that the bikers are working with some bad cops. These cops are helping the bikers by looking the other way when they do bad things. Vic and Mike also discover that the bikers are involved in something even worse. They are part of a group that is hurting people and forcing them to do things against their will. Vic knows she has to stop this too. She starts to make a plan to take down the bikers and their bad friends. As Vic and Mike work together, they start to see that the bikers are not just a problem in Meadowgrove. They are part of a bigger criminal group that is causing trouble in many places. Vic and Mike know they have to be careful. They have to be smart and strong to take down this big criminal group. Vic's plan starts to come together. She knows she can't do it alone. She reaches out to some of her old friends from the military. These friends are tough and know how to fight. They agree to help Vic take down the bikers and their bad friends. Together, Vic, Mike, and their friends start to put their plan into action. They watch the bikers closely and wait for the right moment to strike. They know they have to be careful and smart. The bikers are dangerous and will not go down without a fight. As they prepare for the final showdown, Vic thinks about redemption. She knows that stopping the bikers will not only save the town, but also help her find peace. She is ready to face the danger and bring justice to Meadowgrove. The battle is about to begin, and Vic is ready to fight. Vic and Mike decide to understand what they're really dealing with. They set up surveillance equipment and begin gathering intelligence on the Iron Storm MC. They discover that the bikers are running a sophisticated trafficking operation, using small towns as distribution hubs. The sheriff is bought and paid for, and the mayor is also involved. Anna Rodriguez, a young trafficking victim, is found huddled behind the diner's dumpster. Vic and her team rescue her and take her to a safe house. Meanwhile, Colonel James Blackwood, a mysterious man in an expensive suit, arrives in town, revealing that Iron Storm is just the muscle for a larger organization. He threatens Vic and the Veteran Center, demanding they cooperate or face consequences. Vic and her team mobilize resources, preparing for the larger war to come. They set up a command center in the Veteran Center's basement, tracking the bikers' movements and gathering evidence of their real operation. Vic and Mike know they need more help. They call more of their old military friends. These friends are good at finding information and fighting bad guys. Together, they set up cameras and listening devices around town. They watch the bikers and listen to their plans. They find out that the bikers are doing very bad things. They are taking people and forcing them to do things against their will. The bikers are using small towns to hide their bad actions. Vic and her team are shocked. They know they have to stop this. Vic and Mike also discover that some important people in town are helping the bikers. The sheriff and the mayor are working with the bikers. They are letting the bikers do bad things in exchange for money. This makes Vic and her team very angry. They know they have to stop the sheriff and the mayor too. One day, Vic and her team find a young girl named Anna. She is hiding behind the diner's dumpster. Anna is scared and hurt. Vic and her team help Anna and take her to a safe place. They promise to protect her and stop the bad guys. While Vic and her team are helping Anna, a mysterious man comes to town. His name is Colonel James Blackwood. He wears a fancy suit and looks important. But Vic knows he is a bad man. Colonel Blackwood tells Vic that the bikers are just a small part of a bigger bad group. He threatens Vic and the Veteran Center. He says they must help the bad guys or face trouble. Vic and her team are not scared. They are ready to fight. They set up a secret command center in the basement of the Veteran Center. They use it to watch the bikers and gather evidence. They know they need to be smart and careful. Vic and her team work hard to prepare for the big fight. They gather weapons and make plans. They know the bikers and their bad friends will not go down without a fight. But Vic and her team are ready. They are strong and smart. They will do whatever it takes to stop the bad guys and save the town. As they prepare, Vic thinks about redemption again. She knows that stopping the bad guys will help her find peace. She is ready to face the danger and bring justice to Meadowgrove. The big fight is coming, and Vic is ready. The battle for Meadowgrove reaches its crescendo as Blackwood's forces launch a final assault on the Veteran Center. Vic coordinates her veterans, demonstrating why true loyalty will always overcome mere obedience. The war for Meadowgrove Soul had reached its turning point. By dawn, the town would either fall to Blackwood's corruption or become a symbol of veteran resistance that would echo across the nation. Blackwood, realizing his operation is exposed, initiates Protocol Zero, attempting to destroy all evidence, including the prisoners and himself. Vic and her team launch synchronized attacks, drawing fire away from Maria's position. The difference between mercenaries and true warriors becomes clear as Vic's people demonstrate what they'd learned in real combat. The night is dark and full of danger. Blackwood's bad guys start their final attack on the veteran center. Vic and her team are ready. They have been planning and preparing for this moment. Vic uses her wheelchair to move quickly and quietly, giving orders to her team. They know what to do. The fight is fierce. Blackwood's men are well trained, but Vic's team is better. They have fought in real wars and know how to work together. The sound of guns and explosions fills the air. The town of Meadowgrove is at stake. Vic and her team fight bravely. They use their skills and weapons to take down the bad guys. They move quickly and quietly, surprising the enemy. The bad guys are confused and scared. They did not expect such a strong fight. Blackwood realizes that his plan is failing. He knows that his bad deeds are about to be exposed. He gives the order to destroy all evidence, including the people they have taken. He wants to make sure that no one can find out what he has done. Vic and her team know they have to act fast. They launch attacks all at once, catching the bad guys off guard. They fight to protect Maria and the other innocent people. The bad guys are no match for Vic's team. They are true warriors, fighting for what is right. The battle rages on. Vic and her team fight with all their might. They know that the future of Meadowgrove is in their hands. They will not let the town fall to Blackwood's corruption. They will fight until the end. As the sun begins to rise, the fight reaches its peak. Vic and her team are tired but determined. They know that they are close to victory. They push forward, taking down the last of the bad guys. In the end, Vic and her team emerge victorious. They have saved Meadowgrove from Blackwood's evil plans. The town is safe, and the bad guys are defeated. Vic knows that she has found redemption. She has made things right and brought justice to her town. The people of Meadowgrove cheer for Vic and her team. They are heroes, and their story will be told for years to come. The town is a symbol of hope and resistance, thanks to the brave veterans who fought to save it. As the battle intensifies, Blackwood triggers his last explosive charges, but Vic's people had prepared for this too, protecting crucial evidence while securing their objective. Blackwood, realizing his defeat, is led away by military police. As he passes Vic, he snarls, "You think this ends with me? The system I built runs too deep." Vic replies with a small smile, "Maybe, but you'll be watching it from a prison cell." The fight gets even more intense. Blackwood sets off his last bombs, trying to destroy all the evidence. But Vic and her team are ready for this. They have planned ahead and protected the important evidence. They make sure that the bad guys cannot destroy it. Blackwood sees that he has lost. He is taken away by the military police. As he walks past Vic, he growls, "You think this ends with me? The bad things I built are too big to stop." Vic just smiles and says, "Maybe, but you will be watching it all from jail." Just as Blackwood is being taken away, something unexpected happens. A small, fluffy dog runs up to Vic. It is the dog that belonged to one of the bad guys. The dog looks scared and lost. Vic picks up the dog and pets it gently. The dog wags its tail and licks Vic's hand. Vic laughs and says, "Well, looks like we have a new friend." The dog barks happily and wags its tail even more. Vic's team gathers around, smiling and laughing at the cute dog. They decide to name the dog 𝗓𝗓𝗦𝗛𝗓, after the sound it makes when it barks. 𝗓𝗓𝗦 becomes the mascot of the Veteran Center. The dog brings joy and laughter to everyone who visits. Vic and her team take care of 𝗓𝗓𝗦𝗛𝗓, making sure the dog has a happy home. 𝗓𝗓𝗦 helps Vic and her team heal from the battle and find happiness again. In the end, Vic and her team not only saved Meadowgrove but also gained a new friend. 𝗓𝗓𝗦𝗛𝗓 is a reminder of their victory and the good things that can come from bad times. The town is safe and Vic has found redemption. And now, she has a cute, fluffy friend to share it with. The people of Meadowgrove love 𝗓𝗓𝗦𝗛𝗓 too. They visit the Veteran Center to play with the dog and thank Vic and her team for saving the town. The story of Vic, her team, and 𝗓𝗓𝗦𝗛𝗓 becomes a legend in Meadowgrove. It is a story of bravery, friendship, and hope. And it all started with a small, fluffy dog named 𝗓𝗓𝗦𝗛𝗓. 1 month after the global operation, the Veteran Center stands restored, its battle scars repaired but not forgotten. Vic wheels through halls now filled with purpose rather than violence. The center has become a symbol of veteran resistance against corruption. The world changed, and what had started as one town's resistance had become an international movement to protect veteran communities from corruption. The real architects of the operation are still out there, but they're about to learn why you never escape justice when veterans make finding you their new mission. The sun sets over Meadowgrove as Vic's veterans continue their mission, ready to face whatever challenges come, ready to protect those who need protection, and ready to show the world why true warriors never stop fighting for justice. 1 month after the big fight, the Veteran Center is fixed and looks as good as new. The signs of the battle are gone, but the memories remain. Vic moves through the halls in her wheelchair, seeing the center filled with hope and good deeds instead of violence. The Veteran Center is now a symbol of strength and resistance against bad things. The world has changed because of what happened in Meadowgrove. What started as a small town's fight against bad guys has become a big movement. People all over the world are inspired to protect veteran communities and fight against corruption. The bad guys who were behind the operation are still out there, but they are about to learn a lesson. Veterans like Vic and her team will never stop looking for them and bringing them to justice. The sun sets over Meadowgrove, and Vic's team continues their mission. They are ready to face any challenges that come their way. They are ready to protect those who need help and to show the world why true warriors never stop fighting for what is right. Vic thinks back to when it all started. She remembers the day the bikers came to town and threatened the Veteran Center. She remembers how she and her team fought back and uncovered a big criminal secret. She remembers the battles they fought and the friends they made along the way. She looks down at 𝗓𝗓𝗦𝗛𝗓, the fluffy dog who has become a symbol of their victory. 𝗓𝗓𝗦𝗛𝗓 wags his tail and barks happily, reminding Vic of the good things that can come from bad times. Vic smiles and pets 𝗓𝗓𝗦𝗛𝗓, feeling grateful for the friendship and hope the dog brings. As Vic wheels through the Veteran Center, she sees the faces of her team and the people they have helped. She knows that their fight is not over, but they are ready for whatever comes next. They are true warriors, fighting for justice and hope. The story of Vic, her team, and 𝗓𝗓𝗦𝗛𝗓 has become a legend in Meadowgrove and beyond. It is a story of bravery, friendship, and the power of never giving up. And as the sun sets and a new day begins, Vic and her team are ready to continue their mission, inspired by the knowledge that true warriors never stop fighting for what is right. After the big fight, a wise judge comes to Meadowgrove. The judge wants to understand what happened. He talks to Vic and her team. He listens to their story and looks at the evidence. The judge knows that his job is to make sure justice is served. He thinks about the law and what is fair. He also thinks about how people's feelings can change their decisions. The judge starts by looking at the bad things the bikers did. He sees that they hurt people and broke the law. He knows that they must be punished. But he also thinks about why they did these bad things. He wonders if they were forced or if they had a choice. The judge knows that understanding their reasons is important for fair judgment. The judge talks to Vic and her team about their fight against the bikers. He asks them why they did what they did. Vic and her team explain that they were protecting their town and the people in it. They were fighting for what is right. The judge listens carefully and thinks about their reasons. He sees that they were brave and did what they had to do to stop the bad guys. The judge also thinks about the bigger picture. He knows that what happened in Meadowgrove is part of a larger problem. He thinks about how the law can help fix this problem. He remembers other cases where people fought against bad things and won. He uses these examples to help him make his decision. The judge knows that his decision will affect more than just Meadowgrove. It will send a message to other towns and other bad guys. He wants to make sure that his decision helps make the world a better place. He thinks about how his decision will shape the future and help protect other people. The judge also thinks about how different people see the truth. He knows that everyone has their own ideas about what is right and wrong. He listens to Vic and her team, but he also listens to the bikers and the other bad guys. He tries to understand all sides of the story. This helps him see the whole picture and make a fair decision. In the end, the judge makes his decision. He punishes the bikers and the other bad guys for their crimes. He also praises Vic and her team for their bravery. He says that their actions were justified and that they did the right thing. The judge's decision sends a strong message that justice will always win. The judge's words remind everyone that the law is there to protect us all. He shows that even in the darkest times, there is always hope for justice. His decision helps shape the future and makes the world a little bit better. The people of Meadowgrove and beyond listen to the judge's words and feel inspired to fight for what is right. The judge's role is not just about punishing the bad guys. It is also about understanding the whole story and making sure justice is served. His decision helps bring closure to the events in Meadowgrove and sets an example for the rest of the world. The judge's wisdom and fairness show that the law is a powerful tool for protecting the innocent and bringing justice to those who deserve it. Vic's fight against the Iron Storm Motorcycle Club leads to unexpected places. She finds out more about the criminal empire and the people involved. Along the way, she meets others who have been hurt by these bad people. Together, they work to bring justice and stop the evil deeds. In the end, Vic's journey is not just about stopping the criminals. It is also about finding redemption. Redemption means finding a way to make things right after something bad has happened. Vic's story shows that even in the darkest times, there is always a chance for hope and healing. The key takeaways is that Vic's story teaches us that even in the darkest times, there is always hope. No matter how bad things get, there is always a chance to make things right. Vic shows us that bravery and determination can overcome even the toughest challenges. She proves that one person can make a big difference and inspire others to do the same. The key lessons is that there is one important lesson from Vic's story is that bad people can be stopped if we work together. Vic and her team show us the power of teamwork and friendship. They teach us that we should never give up, even when things seem impossible. Another lesson is that justice always wins in the end. The bad guys might seem strong, but they can be defeated by those who fight for what is right. Vic's journey also teaches us about redemption. It shows us that everyone deserves a chance to make things right, no matter what they have done in the past. The thought-provoking action prompts are for you to think about a time when you faced a big challenge. How did you overcome it? Did you have help from friends or family? Remember that you are never alone in your struggles. There are always people who care about you and want to help. Also, think about what justice means to you. How can you stand up for what is right in your own life? Consider how you can make a difference in your community, just like Vic did in Meadow Grove. Finally, think about the idea of redemption. Is there someone in your life who deserves a second chance? How can you help them find their way back to the right path? Vic's story reminds us that everyone deserves a chance to make things right, and sometimes all they need is a helping hand.